Greetings, world and famille, and welcome to today's episode of Rocking
Pandora's.
Box. We love you back, famille. How are you doing, my beautiful brother Gary from the UK?
I am great, my amazing Canadian friend.
It's good to see you.
And you, yeah, how you been keeping?
I've been doing well. I've been doing very good. A lot of changes, a lot of fast movements. I've yesterday had all my heating system changed from oil to electric, so the house was a bit into an upheave. But it is something I had to do, right? Because the tank was like past date. And anyway, so I'm very, very happy because things are slowly moving up and upgrading. And I am happy. I do feel good. Spring is alive. I took my Trans Am Firebird for a spin yesterday.
Woohoo.
Yes. She is golden, as in the golden era.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
isn't that a very nice thing that you just said about having a golden car?
Well, yes, of course I'm going to have it. Golden for many reasons. I love gold. Farrah Fawcett is gold because I actually have at the back window of my Trans Am a tin plate poster that's elevated of that poster over here of Farrah so
Yeah.
that all the truckers could see her and then they honk at me. And then you know what my honk is? The Dukes of Hazzard. Ba, 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 ba.
Superb, superb.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Gold is such a beautiful color to be for well, what we are entering now, huh? The golden era, the golden age. Something that I myself have been saying for such a long time. Many of us on these kind of platforms, as in Honey, we all mention it. And then we also have President Donald Trump, who keeps talking about the golden age, the golden era.
Yeah,
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know. Now, see, I did say to Richard that we need to talk about the golden era because
Yes.
I have no facts on this. I have no knowledge whatsoever. So this is proper woo. But like Richard, I keep hearing the golden age, the golden era. We're moving into a new golden period, and I do truly believe that we are. Um, from my own experiences, as well as the way I look at things in my sort of like weirdness of putting bits and pieces together and coming out with a story. And I mean, even is the beautiful tarot by Isabella came out with a very interesting one, didn't she? Where
On
she's seen,
AI.
yeah,
Yeah, that one.
and that really does link into what we did last week with the moon and the dates, and the moon being like the AI system and the upload of the pyramid, taking us into the golden era again.
Yeah.
And so I think we should have a look at what is the golden era and what are we going to see, because everyone says it, but no one's actually looked at it yet as what it could be. So, um, if you're ready, Richard, with your amazing cards
I'm
and
always ready.
painting, so we know we're going into the golden era, um, but in the golden era, um, something that I've always felt as a knowing, um, is will we actually need money anymore? Because I don't think when you go to a higher dimensional place that you need money anymore to purchase things as such. I think it's a completely different way of doing things. So
Mhm.
is money going to be needed or as important as it is today in this society of greed, really? Because we're looking at the end of the greed, really, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Well, I do feel that money will have its place. I'm just going by intuition right now for a time to come because we are transferring one system to the next. Now, what does money look like? You know, like a quantum and the quantum energy. I feel, I don't know about you, Gary or Femi, but it's going to keep a big control of how things are placed or stuck in traffic or used for traffic. things of that nature. So I do see, like, yes, the fiat dollar, bye-bye. I mean, it's candy, like cotton paper. It's useless. It's a voucher, basically what
Yeah,
it is. We all know this. This is nothing new to anyone on this channel, but I do see that a gold back system, precious metal, something that has high value or that is tangible. Now, I do also see further down the road that it's going to be very different once that it's all in place. However, this quantum system works, I really don't understand how it works, but I
for me.
do know, like, yes, you are right. The video that Tarot by Isabella, our Gypsy Queen, had done on AI, I think yesterday or this morning,
Yeah,
depending where you live. It's going to be very, very, very different because the old version of artificial intelligence had been infiltrated. Okay. So it was creepy crawly, but that's not the future.
no,
It is just not the future. I don't feel it. I don't even on my iPad cover the camera anymore, whereas in the past I used to,
I'm the same.
right?
Yeah, I'm the
Like
same.
I don't feel threatened anymore. So I'm sorry I babble as I
No, no, that was
usually.
great. No, because I mean, I obviously I understand that during a transitional period of however many years this takes, we are
Yes,
going to need money, and the money will change, and it will allow something else to come in. But in the future, I'm not certain that money will be a driving factor for what we do. It's almost, how can I put this? It's like we're going to have replicators come in.
yes, yes,
and
yes,
and,
yes,
and
yes, yes.
so I always go back to Star Trek or whatever, where they go to a hole in the wall and they say, "Can I have a rice pudding?" And the thing produces a bowl of rice pudding for them to eat. Well,
Yeah.
well. At that point, when you've got that kind of thing, and someone says, "Well, I've got an ounce of gold," but you can go to the replicator and say, "Give me 10 ounces of gold." Do you see what I mean? And at that
Yes, I
point,
do.
money becomes pointless because money is not the driving factor of where we're going. So if that puts a little bit more understanding of where my thoughts are of, you know, we're not going to need money, I don't think, in the near future.
That's right. So I have so many cards that flipped out. I got 8 out of 9. So actually, now I'm going for the last one. As Okay, let me just do my clarifiers because 9 are already out, and then I'll come back and wow, ooh la 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 la, the outcome is incredible. Let me flesh of the goose, my family. See, I'm still looking like on my iPad, like the camera was there. I gotta remember to look up here. All right, so as you were talking about money in the future and how is it going to look like, the first one that flipped out is the Knight of Cups. So yes, he's got his heart on his sleeve, but he is watching emotionally what is going around him, okay, in these day times now in moments. So depending on how people react, I will take 2 step forwards, 1 step back, or vice versa. That's what he does. But then we got right after another, like 8 of them, like flipped out as my brother Gary was talking. The Fool's New Journey, the first card in the tarot deck that talks about reincarnation, a new chapter. He's got a very innocent, fun skip in his hop. He's a bit naive. But then we're back from war victorious with the Six of Wands, celebrating. We got a reef. We're back from war, and all the villagers, humanity is celebrating head on. In the now moment, second row of when all this, Gary, for your question of will money um, be a thing like the way that we've known it to now. Well, there's a strategy here with the Seven of Swords. Okay, strategic. We're placing information, right? I'm going to stab my swords right here. Look around, look at that. Is that where I want it? It's a strategic card. At the heartbeat, we got the Alpha, the Ace of Cups, emotions. The dove is plunging within the chalice. And then we have like happy life, happy family, happy everything. So there is something of very positive for everyone's best outcome on how we understand money. Don't forget, on the first row, second card is a new chapter. For the future of this, we are crossing the 1111 portal, Four of Wands, marriage, celebration, a tremendous like weight of wreath on it. Don't panic because this the change is going to bring a lot of people to have sleepless nights. The Nine of Swords, yes, it's stress, but it's blown out of proportion, beautiful Femi, because we're holding the world in our hands. That's the one that I actually took out of the shuffle. Holding the worlds in our hands in the 11 portal, making plans for something new, a new chapter, the golden era, golden age, restored republic. However it seemed, I put all three titles in the same basket. Now, this is what I saw, which I giggled because the clarifying are all off world. We got the star cards, okay? Healing, okay? The age of Aquarius, off world energy. We got secrets of the universe coming in with the high priestess, and there's your buddies, the duality, Janice. And then we got the hermit, off world energy, again, coming in to enlighten us as like calling to all the sailors at sea through the thick, dense fog. Come home, babies. It is
Superb.
big. It is
Superb.
huge. And of course, you know, Gary, I'm going to need my golden
We
beauties.
need them.
Yeah,
This
like
has
the sun in
helped.
back of your head there on your
I know.
poster. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We need to make a shirt of you going like, well,
You know someone's
uh,
going to screenshot that at some point, don't you? It's terrible.
all right, Goldens. So for the second appearance, wow. Don't forget my clarifyings. This is what I got. Secrets of the universe coming out. Like secrets, okay? Um, no, that's half the deck. Hold on, hold on, hold on. They're in a rush. They're in a rush.
They're excited.
Okay, second one's going to be this one. Tower moment. Something crashes to the ground. Lightning strikes. Beautiful, Femi. And then we're going to go with, in regards to the Khazarian Mafia, the paper money, the vouchers, the cotton blip, blap, bloop. Like, it's crashing. So, there is going to be a change. It's all for humanity's best interest. Now, for you, because your question is what will money or be a thing of the future? The clarifyings are all off-world energy. Like, I don't know how it's going to look like. I know it is going to precious metals, but there's something after that.
Yes.
There's something different.
Yeah.
And I feel it's related to this quantum AI, because I know it's benevolent. It's not what we knew in the past. The infiltration is gone. I don't feel it. There might be residues, like a trail, right?
Yeah.
But guys, we won.
We've already won. I mean, the thing I took from that, and I got this message straight away when you got the Nine of Swords,
Yes,
that worry is the people having to let go of
what they knew.
the
Yeah,
money. Yeah.
yeah,
Because we all we know and all we've been brought up with all our lives is you've got to earn money, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And to suddenly have a system where you don't and you don't need it anymore and you don't have to get up for work, but if you want to get up for work and you want to do something that's good for the community and for the environment and for the collective
yeah.
consciousness, you will be rewarded for that,
Yes.
but not in financial terms anymore.
Or it's going to look different. Like, is it points? I don't know how it works, but it's something that has to do with a lot of freedom and sovereignty and being able to not chained to an old system where you have to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Then at the end of the year, you get 2 weeks off that you pay a holiday that you put on credit that then puts interest on you. That slave system, there's no place for it. There's no place for it. So the golden era, I think, is going to be a transition.
Yeah,
There's too much off-world energy, and basically anyone on this channel, similar channels, for me, we're all off-world.
we are.
Like we're bigger than tangible things. We vibrate, we manifest, we create, as in co-creators, right?
It's about changing the for me it's about changing the oh, flesh of the goose. It's about changing the collective consciousness's ideas of what's going
Yes.
forward. And I think Donald Trump did a really interesting thing. I'm sure I saw it, and again, please answer us in the comments if I'm right about this. I'm pretty sure he signed an executive order saying that in the future people couldn't work in America over 32 hours.
I haven't heard that, but that resonates as something very, very true. And it would be part of dismantling, like, for everyone who's like, oh, when is it going to happen? Everything is happening in this now. There's
Yeah,
stuff happening every single day. But again, there's so many different topics that have been there for such a very long period of time that it can't just be a snap. I
no.
mean, there's just so much. And again, we know a lot but we don't know everything, right?
Yeah, because I mean, if you got to change a cultural
Mhm.
collective consciousness to reduce the amount of hours somebody can work, but make that a living wage and more so for the collective, changes the consciousness and then changes the collective consciousness's outlook on going forward for what money really is.
Yes.
And I think this is a genius move, and one of the things that he's potentially done that has got one of the biggest impacts that we're ever going to see, and it's passed everybody by. And for me, I mean, I don't know if I'm sure I saw it this week. I'm sure it came at me. I'm sure it's shown to me for a reason, and this is what I feel and see.
I love it. I haven't seen it, but a lot of people have been reporting within the last week. My Gary, my brother, is that we're flipping timelines a lot. The beautiful blonde goddess Anina from Vivid Earth, she had seen a video, the video I posted with me and my new other blonde bombshell, Brienne, where we were like double trouble or double your pleasure, and we're both pulling cards. And Anita says like, I swear I saw this video like yesterday or 2 days ago. And I said, well, maybe you saw it from Brienne because as I was a guest on Brienne's channel, I let Brienne post it first and then I wait a day or two so she can get the traffic. And then she says, no, I didn't see it from her. So there is timeline. So what you're saying about President Trump, like you're trying to remember, did I really see it? You might have like, because we're flipping right now.
Yeah,
That means that everything is happening fast. When it's slow, everything is boring. Okay. It's just not moving. But in this heightened time, like of the flip and the timelines, it's a great, great, it's birth.
yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah,
It's like when you're giving birth, you're a woman, say you breathe the way to push the baby out. Like, what do you call it? Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know what it's
No, I don't know what they call it either, but I have not experienced it, but observed it. I have to say. But
Me
it's breathing
too.
through the contractions, isn't it? It's using your breath.
Contractions, that's the word
Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah, it's
for.
using your breath to breathe through the contractions of
Yeah. And I
of the
remember,
change.
I remember when my daughter was born, because I was in the room, and because the father has the choice if he wants to cut the umbilical cord. And I've always had a tendency to be a joker when I'm nervous. What does that mean? I've laughed at funerals because I don't know how to deal with my emotions. When my daughter was born, sir, would you like to? No, forget the scissors. I'll just gnaw on it with my teeth. it's because I didn't know how to deal with. They looked at. Oh,
Oh
I don't know
dear.
what that came out. Okay, because we were talking about contractions. Okay.
I've got quite a little tangent about timelines or the changes, but this actually happened to me probably about a month ago or so.
Okay.
Um, I currently drive a taxi, which I'm about to stop doing, and I'd driven the taxi to the school to drop off this little child, and my wing mirror on my passenger side, because obviously we drive on the correct side in the UK and not on the wrong side as they do in Canada and the United States.
I
um,
know, well, we feel the same way, right?
of course, of
What's
course.
wrong with you guys on the wrong side?
So I got out and walked the little girl to the gates to you obviously make sure she got in safely, which she was going there anyway because it's very
Okay.
safe, lovely place, nice neighborhood. But the wing mirror in my car, it's sort of like it's not broken, but it doesn't hold its position and will often move in slightly. So you have to adjust the mirror glass inside to its limit, and it works perfectly.
Mhm.
And as I turned from dropping this girl off, I suddenly felt dizzy, like
Oh,
a strange dizziness. And I thought, well, that was weird. So I get in the car, look in the mirror because I'm going to reverse to make sure there's no children walking. And the mirror has physically gone outwards, corrected itself, and the glass is pointing at the wrong direction. And the mirror actually stayed out for a further 3 weeks before I got back in the car again and it had gone back to its original position. And so we actually, or I observed a timeline shift where in one timeline, the car mirror is okay. And in the other timeline mirror, it's actually bent inward slightly. And I actually felt the shift.
that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that I was like, oh my God, and I got in and I said to the other girls, has anybody touched the mirror? Has anybody come? And they go, no one's been near the car. I was thinking,
And you could not adjust it during the wrong timeline? No, like
no,
it was like
it would have had to have been physically moved.
right. Okay.
So the glass inside you can move electronically up and down,
Yes.
but
Yes.
the housing itself that surrounds the glass had to be moved physically. And if you physically moved it in the current timeline we're in now, it flips straight back.
You know, it's so funny, Gary, because I remember years ago, like during a big step of my awakening, where I was like always on YouTube and looking for woo-woo stuff. And I kept often during that time, I'd find like different videos of people talking about switching timelines. And I remember there was one woman that said that one day she drove back home, went up her street, but her driveway was at the wrong, like instead of being at the right, it was at the left.
Yeah.
That it stayed like that for maybe a week, I don't know. And then it switched back.
Well, I had another very strange one. I know this is off topic, but it's kind of the same as we're transitioning. Um, I dropped some people off in an old rectory, big old
Okay.
rectory. And there's a little road that you come out of, so you can only really go one way, and you follow this to the end. And there's a big church like here, and
Mhm.
there's the road. And so I turned right to then go to the end of the road to turn left to then go up to the main road. Done
Mhm.
this done this job loads of times, do it with your eyes closed. So I turn right at the church and there's a blank period. Everything goes, there's nothing. The next thing I'm driving along this road completely the different way, half a mile down the road from where I'd started from.
Mhm.
And I have no memory or recollection because I was thinking, well, I should be turning left now. And then I realised I was I was on the right road, but going completely the wrong direction. And I was a good half
Wow.
mile, three-quarters of a mile up the road. And that was just like, and I just thought, this is really weird. But
Matrix.
yeah, yeah. But I'm going to take it because obviously something has stopped me going that direction,
Oh,
and they don't want me going that direction. And it's a loop, so I can still go back to where I was going because in Norfolk all the roads are loops anyway. So I just thought, well, okay. So I just carried on driving and went back home a slightly different way that took a
okay.
couple of 3 minutes extra, but not a way I would ever driven normally.
Funny, huh?
Oh, that was quite a strange one, that one.
And there's probably also the other possibility that on a different timeline, you actually did go there and an accident did happen.
Yes, because we
That's
have a,
also something, right? Like, I don't
yeah,
think that, like, on another timeline, we're having this discussion, and then maybe a plane crashes on my house. Like,
yeah. Well, in Norfolk, we have a lot of deer. I mean, there's deer everywhere in Norfolk.
I love them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so do I. We have small muntjacs which are fairly consistent in their actions. They stand on the side of the road, munch the grass, and they don't tend to panic. And
right.
then we have Chinese water deer. We also have roe deer, and
You
which
have
is
a
the
lot
big.
of
Oh,
deers.
we have about six or seven, five or six different
Do
species of
they all
deer.
look different or they
Yeah,
look the same?
all look
Oh,
different,
yeah.
all different sizes. But the biggest one, the roe deer, are really, really skittish,
Okay.
and they will jump across the road even though you're coming, and they will panic. And so this stretch of road that I was going to turn onto is a 40 zone, 40 miles per hour, because there's so many deer there. You have to go slower because the
Yes.
deer will run out in front of you. And then
And
straight
jump in the
away,
windshield and
yeah,
then like kick your face in. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And there's that point when I was going down the road, I thought that stopped me because there's a load of deer or something was going to really kick off.
It
Like and then
feels accurate. I'm
yeah,
feeling that, yes. And I think that it did actually happen on another timeline.
yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, I know this is a slight tangent from the golden era,
Oh,
but
but we're having a
yeah,
conversation. The
yeah, yeah,
family
yeah.
loves us. Yes,
But
yes.
it's very interesting that um on two occasions in the last year,
Hmm.
one fairly recently, I've and the second one with the school, I actually felt the timeline. I felt the judder in my body, and it was just like everything went wavy all of a sudden, and then
Yes,
everything was back, and all the people were in exactly the same positions.
yes.
Everything was as it was, but I just felt it, and it was a very strange experience.
And do you feel this recently as well?
No,
Like those kind? No?
no,
Okay.
but I do get in my car or the taxi, uh,
Yes.
which is my boss's car. It's not my car. If it was mine, I would have fixed. I would have stuck a screw through it and fixed it a long time ago. But who cares, you know? Um, but I'll get in the car and I'll look at the mirror, and sometimes it's back one way, and it'll be like that for a week or so, half a week, and then
Uh-huh.
I'll get back in the car and it'll be back the other way.
Okay.
And at the
Okay.
moment, it's back as in leaning
Mhm.
forward towards me at the moment. So there's two distinct timelines that we seem to jump between constantly at the moment.
I remember this one time, like we're going back like years ago, okay? Like about, I don't know, 14, 15 years ago. It's in the time I used to do drugs, right? And I was at an after party and I was high. And I did not want to get high. The thing is I was thirsty. It was so many people, and someone had a like a pitcher of beer, but it was juice in it. So I was so thirsty that I grabbed it and I chugged a lot of it because I was in latex and I came back from doing a show at a club. And I'm just thirsty. Well, afterwards, I learned that there was GHB in it. Okay, so GHB is the date rape. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, like I wiped out and it was on a roof of a cathedral. And when I woke up, apparently I started running, okay, because I was not myself. And someone grabbed me just in time because I was about to run off a roof. Okay, yay, Richard's alive, and like whatever. But I know that I fell in another timeline.
Yeah.
I remember the sensation. I didn't feel splattering, but I remember the falling and going like the lights go off.
Well, the thing is, somebody I met many years ago, she explained this to me, and at the time I couldn't really get my head around it, because it's probably about 4 years ago now.
Okay.
And as we develop and grow and come across things, we suddenly think, oh, now that makes sense, and you start putting. Now, she said to me that there was 12 different versions of us, all living at exactly the same time, sometimes in the same kind of reality, and sometimes as completely different people in different places. And we're all having multiple experiences and different experiences all at the same time. And within those 12, one of those could die at any time. One of those could do whatever at any time because there's 12 different versions of yourself living in the
At the
same
same time.
reality at the same time.
Almost like a cat has 9 lives, and if one of them dies, maybe that soul aspect comes stronger into the other one. So it's like beep, 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 beep.
Till you get
So
the
maybe if
singularity.
we do have 12 of them, all 11 need to like shut down so that our higher self comes like strongly within, and then we are creators.
Perhaps so. Now that's a very interesting question, isn't it?
No, that's what my higher self is showing me.
Really?
Um, I don't even know. I'm just pulling cards to what you were saying.
Because again, I think that the golden era is also the 12 versions of us going down to the one version, the one true.
It seems accurate because look, as you were talking, I was shuffling, and okay, so we're talking about the 12 different lives, and then, like one goes away, cat has 9 lives, and blip, blip, blue. So we start, Femi, with the Seven of Cups. So illusion, delusion, leaving everyone perplexed, but that could also, I know it's not 12, but it's several. I have 7 here that we're looking at. And then we got Over the Rainbow with the 10 of Cups, right? So Over the Rainbow, tens are endings. It could be like Over the Rainbow, very happy or keeping up a facade. But I think that it's Over the Rainbow because we have 12 lives. What's over the rainbow? In a time where you're meditating, thinking, you might be jaded of not being really happy with what's in front of you in those 3 cups. The universe is coming with another one. So are you like losing lives and then another one is coming in? Or as you lose one, a part of your higher self is coming back to the original template? It could be. But we got the 3 of Cups in the now moment of this question or this discussion, I should say. So that is all something to be victorious about. Chin chin, cheerio, let's celebrate. At the heartbeat, we do have Gaia, the queen of pineapples, birthing lives, very grounded. And then we got a youthful offering here, seen as the Page of Cups. The outcome is Mother Gaia. So we've gone from the Queen of Pineapples to actually Gaia. There where we tame the beast by the mouth with the strength card. And then we have a big fat yes with the Alpha, the Ace of Pentacles. In the clarifying, we're talking about the 12 lives and all that. We have the Death card, Major Arcana, but death for a rebirth in a time of juggling timelines around secrets, illusion, things that we don't know, and or death.
That's a very interesting reading, that is, isn't it? I like that.
I still want my Goldens, though,
Of
if you'll
course.
permit me, my brother. The world, right? So 12. I don't have to explain that one very much. Being uncomfortable, okay, uncomfortable for a long period of time, getting the aha moment. The end of the world, the rebirth of one, being uncomfortable, coming back, getting the aha moment that everything is coming back full circle. And then the
Divine
real,
knowledge. Yeah.
this one, the sun.
Done.
So we're riding as a child the dragon. I know it's a horse, but I'm always going to call it a dragon because, as you know, I have a thing for beautiful, sexy dragons.
No, that's absolutely awesome. That
Yeah.
and again, I mean, I know we're having a talk in the chat, but these the way we learn and the way we discover new things is by brainstorming these things out, having
Yes.
the cards to show us the story as well and back up what we're saying. Yeah,
The creator. So this is it. I got off-world energy. This is the thing, Femi. Because we don't really rehearse, right? We don't have a script. Sometimes Gary will come for well, in everything he does, but today we're talking about our baby rocking Pandora's box. Sometimes he'll do some research, but today he says we're going blind. We're going to talk about the golden era. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? And we're free winging it. And I know you guys love it. I love it. Yeah.
but I don't. I mean, like everyone says the golden era, but no one's trying. I want to put a little bit of what it could be, you know. So we've looked at the money, we've looked at
Yes.
the you know that it's going to fade out at some point. I'm fairly certain it is. We're looking at timelines and the adjustment of timelines will eventually go to something, perhaps one only, a singularity. I mean, my higher self,
I
some
think
time ago,
so.
gave me the word the singularity, and I
Yeah.
can only assume that the singularity is the one timeline. And we keep getting told this, but there's still multiple timelines of threads of these other people's lives coming in and the experiences, you know, because it can't be a switch. It has to be a gradual process over a year, 2 years, 3 year. Yeah, there we go.
One singular and also aces are yeses.
Yeah.
Not only are they yeses, they're hell yes. Well, I say hell, I shouldn't say hell, but I didn't want to swear like I would usually do with the F word. But
Well, it's
yeah, it's a big
fundamentally yes,
yes.
isn't it? That's the F word, obviously.
It's a yes. I mean, and you know what is funny? Is that card doesn't even belong in this deck. It's in the wrong deck, but it was a yes. In regards to the moon, secret illusion, and again the moon, the moon, the moon. It's not just about illusions and lies or deceit, but again, now Hayasaf is bringing me back to the beginning of our conversation of our Gypsy Queen, talking about the AI in our video we did last week on the moon being brought in. There's so much coming up. It's like it's freedom. It's
Yeah,
freedom.
yeah,
This
it
one
is.
almost bent it. The death of the old for the rebirth of the new. Keep talking and I'll keep pulling cards.
So, I mean, I obviously think that we're going to be living a completely different kind of lifestyle.
Mhm.
Um, I've in previous videos by looking into Tartaria and the buildings and how the power grids worked, um, and the fact that none of these places had toilets. So there were no toilets back in the day, and that can only lead to two conclusions: either everybody was very dirty, or people.
Or we were eating light food or light energy. So we didn't
So,
have or as much.
so my next question is really, and I know you're pulling some cards anyway, but my next big question would be: are we going to stop being a consuming creature? At the moment, we consume animals and crops, and we
Yes,
consume
wishes are manifested and granted with the Nine of Cups.
because in the past we didn't consume. We were at one. We were in a symbiotic. It was a balanced realm. I mean, that was jumped straight out on the floor, Richard.
Yes, the strength. Look at this. A mortal touching a lion, opening its mouth, consuming, consuming. I feel it. I resonate to it. I think that once evolved, and as we get, because we're speaking from a fifth density, but we are going upwards right now in these densities or dimensions. I prefer to say densities, but this is where, like, your food source is light.
Yes.
I remember someone years ago was saying she was a breatharian, you know,
Breatharian, yes. Yeah.
yeah, like however that looks, because if we do evolve, we're not carbon clay or carbon base, I should say. So it's not as dense where you need to
Well, they
I
say
eat
we're
once a day, guys, and like I got energy, like you could see, like, and I don't eat any animal well, I'm a vegetarian. I eat eggs, I eat cheese, fish, certain fish. But, and I eat once a day. That's it, and
but
I'm doing good.
unfortunately in this current realm, we are still physically if we I it's probably easiest for the people to understand. We're in the third dimension, and the third dimension is a consumer
I don't
based.
think we're there anymore.
But as we go up and up and up,
Mhm.
many of us are finding that we can no longer eat the things we used to eat.
It's so true.
We don't want to eat the same things we want to eat or we used to eat. And we
Yes.
go, oh, I haven't had this in ages. I really used to love this. And you eat it and you go,
It's like, ugh,
yeah, yeah. Or
what
your
is
guts
this?
ache afterwards. You think, why did I do that? Why
Pig
did I eat
vomit.
that?
Ugh.
But as we go up in a higher vibrational frequency almost within the realm, we then go to potentially 4D. I know some people call it 5D and everything else. I have I don't see how you can go from 3D to 5D.
Well, it's because the four density is the spirit realm, man. It's like a waiting chamber. This is where like I travel often to when I channel like a spirit
Yeah,
for a lack of a better wording. That's where the cats reside. Okay, because cats they got both one paw in our dimension and one in the ether. So it's not a real solid plane. It's
no.
like an in between. And I think that once we make it to the fifth, I might be talking out of my butt, but I don't think because I've always felt this way and it resonates with me. Once you make it to the fifth, the fourth, where okay, demonic possessions and because it's not all demonic, a lot of
No.
good, but there's also it's like a portal, right? It's like everything is there.
Yeah.
So you
It's a
can't
soup.
get painted anymore
Yeah,
once
it's a
you
soup
pass over.
of energies, isn't it, going around? And so
Yes.
so I've heard this as well about the golden age, and I wonder if you
Mhm.
could do the cards on this as a
Yes.
proper reading. With the Mandela effect, we certainly have got now that our kidneys seem to have moved. There seems to have been differences in our skulls. Um, our
Heart.
um, our appendix is now working as it used to years ago, we're told. Are our bodies going to a crystalline state to allow us to be physically able to maintain our current avatar, our current selves in a higher dimension without dying and passing through to a new one?
Well, I'm gonna say yes right away. I don't feel I need any cards for that. But let's see what my higher self wants to show in a story told by cards. Higher self, oversoul, and universe, what Gary said.
You're such a cheat.
Cut rock roll. All right. So, first in line, we're talking about the devil system that used to chain us up, enslave us. This is not the freedom of the Garden of Eden. This is like shackled. Then, look, we're holding, we're ready. Okay, with the Two of Wands, family is where you're holding the world in your hands, making plans, reservation, all the bookings so that you can have your trip. This with the 3-1 after the devil, it's already done, and we're waiting to cross. We're waiting for the ship to come in, okay, so that we can like walk onto said new adventure. Then shocking lightning strikes. A foundation is built on sand. Wow, the devil system. And then something grueling, very grueling, is coming to an end. Tens are endings, and this one, the one of wands, we've been going uphill all this time, like with the wands. I was like, and oh, I made it to Mount Everest. Like, I'm time to drop everything, freedom. Heartbeat. What do we have? We do have back from war victorious with the Six of Wands. Reefs, reefs, celebrate. You're coming back on your beautiful dragon, and everyone's going, hello, hooray, let the party begin. Well, no, that's not really the words of the Alice Cooper song. I messed it up, but I felt Alice Cooper coming in like, blip, blap, bloop. And then, yeah, oh my God, look at the now moment of Gary's question. We got two endings, something grueling, something stressful, and we're back from war. It's a yes. Future, future. Are you curious? I'm
I
kind of
am.
curious.
I am.
Let's see. All right. So, okay, there's going to be a fear of the unknown. This, the Two of Swords, is being blocked. You're blinded. You don't know what's going on in back of you in the waters right now. Is it legit? No, you're just blocked. But then we're reevaluating a situation, everything that we've worked for, under our belt, looking at it. And why do you do that? Because you're ready to make changes. And then we end in a time, keep to yourself in a time where you either feel safe or unsafe, but it's keep everything to yourself. Like maybe not go like all over the place, right? In these changes. So I want my clarifiers, which is the king of pineapples. So he is the king of everything abundant. And then at the heartbeat, a new day, a new dawn with the fool, a new chapter, a new beginning with a vibrant new innocence. It's so innocent. That's why the dog is like barking, like don't, like my other timeline where I fell off the building. I did. Where was my dog there? And then we end with, yeah, we're all part of the woo woo community. Let's follow our intuition, our instincts again. If you listen to Gary and I and you're questioning, so go, oh, are they saying the truth? What do you feel in you? Here, your solar plexus. It's easy. You don't need a Moldavite or anything. Do you feel stress? Do you feel angst? Do you feel anger? Therefore, it's a lie. But if you feel calm, smooth, happy, youthful, it's the truth. You know, this is what this card is.
Beautifully put.
I've,
Beautifully put. Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Get
beautifully
up.
put. I get the calmness. I just feel so calm. And if it's something doesn't resonate with me, I don't, I'm not even drawn to it. I don't even want to see it. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
and what I'm asking, I kind of know already, as you can imagine, but I want the cards to show. I want it's like,
The visual.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's also the confirmation of the confirmation of the
Yeah.
confirmation that it's very likely
Yes.
to be happening. I mean, time wise, we can't tell because it's always divine timing. Everything is divine, but the cards are very consistent across many good readers. Many good readers are getting exactly the same
They
information.
do. The ones who are not corrupted.
Yeah, yeah.
The one who, or the, like, well, should I even go there? Because
No,
there
we
is
better
a,
not.
no, okay, I'm not going
Yeah,
to go
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there. Yum, yum, bubble gum. Woo! That was a good save.
What Richard's saying in a very nice way is use your inner knowing
Yes.
and watch somebody. And if you've watched them for a while and they're not resonating with you, then stop watching them.
Yeah, because look, I just pulled a like the deck because they would create you like sleepless nights and anxiety. Yeah,
See,
he's right. Celebrate,
yeah.
collaborate. Yeah, like hi ho sil. So yes, absolutely, Gary.
See,
Um,
see, this is a time as well for the Femi to come together who vibrate the same way. So most of you, if not all of you watching myself and Richard, who are on our channels And I know we share many, many subscribers together because, I've been lucky enough for Richard to take me under his wing and give
Oh.
me that boost up because he's awesome.
I
But
was lucky that I'm lucky about you.
but we've come together because we were meant to come together.
Yes.
There's no coincidences in anything now. We're coming to the end of this 3D period of control mechanism, and we're now starting to break through. The pendulum's been here and it's now swung. We're past the center point and we're now going up. And as we go up, we're going to see more and more desperation from the dumb elites.
And those elites are going to be under the pit and the pendulum.
Correct.
Slash, slash. Because again, you don't put a parasite on trial. Not
No,
anymore.
no, no.
Why? Because the ones in control of the trial are no longer in control. You don't put, no.
No. And it's
Slash.
such a fundamental change that we're now going through. It's very difficult to explain in a very soft way of how big this really is. And it's
Yeah.
huge. It is absolutely massive.
I love it.
I know. Come on, you got to say it. You just had a swig.
Yum, yum, bubble gum. Woo!
Yay! I mean, we try and keep this as light as we can because we are touching on some quite big, deep, sort of subjects in a way. But it should be light. It shouldn't be heavy. It shouldn't feel dense because we're moving away from the denseness, going to the
Yes.
light. You
And
know,
our job is to bring the light, and because we are light warriors. Okay, this is exactly what we are. And it's kind of cool, no? Like having such a rock and roll person being a light warrior. This is beautiful. Like we're definitely into a new era and we're taking control back and we create. We are co-creators and all again coming full circles. All the other timelines are I feel are coming together so that we become one. So in these times, where when there's a lot happening.
yeah.
So it's actually beautiful. And although everything is happening really fast, Gary, I feel that time itself, how do you say that? Everything is happening so quickly and the timelines and the yo-yo, but it's as if there's also time has
Quickening.
slowed down.
Yeah, it's like a quickening, but also you're stuck in quicksand almost, or you're wading through mud. So everything's speeding up around you, but you feel as if you're sort of like wading through something that's gloopy, and it's slowing you down almost. It's a strange
Well,
sensation.
mm, I feel it more like although because usually when things accelerate and go faster, so does like the life energy, right? Because like it's becoming a freight train. But I feel that everything is coming back really rapidly. Changes are happening rapidly, but yet aging has stopped and is reversing.
Now that's a really good question.
Yeah,
When we go to the fifth density, will we get extended life? Because
I think so.
I've
Let's
done my
go.
pendulum on this one, and I'm pretty certain I know what's going on this one.
Are you
Because
gonna take it out or you used it on that?
I have used the pendulum and I've been given these answers as
Uh-huh.
knowing. So when we go properly to the fifth density,
Which
will
we
we
are
have
in.
extended lifetime? Will we
Yeah.
live longer?
Highest self, oversoul, and universe, what Gary said. Cut rock roll. Oh, this one wanted to come out. That's a big fat yes with the 10 of pineapples. Okay. Happy life, happy everything. The whole family is joyous. Like you have zero lack here. Then, okay, so we do have exaggerated stress. So it's a big fat yes to the question who could bring a lot of stress to people, but it's exaggerated about that life energy, right? And then, yeah, it's a yes, wishes are granted and manifested. So in these three cards, this one, is it really negative? More on the negative side, but it says it's blown out. But the question was,
It's a change, isn't it, Richard? You
it's
think
an
that,
absolute change.
and to get come from one thing where we're told, and it's a spell, we're told that we're going to die around 80 or 90 years old. This is the
I think we were
spell.
made to live a lot longer than this originally, like what, over 100, 200,
100, 150 years, I
yeah.
think, would be a fairly shortish life, and around 200 would be normal, you know.
Yes,
So anywhere between 150, 200, that period would be kind of, I think, where we are. And to get
yes,
your head around that causes mental anguish, and that's why you got that card.
yes. Yeah, I agree. Let's see what else comes out. So then, Taming the Beast by the Mouth, it is a yes, guys. And then at the heartbeat, secrets unbeknownst to most with the four of swords. These are big secrets that, hidden. Then that created heartbreak, a stick in the wheel, a third wheel party, cutting the life expectancy.
Expectancy. Yeah.
Thank you, French here. Je suis français. And then for the future, so information is going to be coming on about this, about the, in the future, with the Page of Sword, informant, watcher, observer. He's a deliverant of information, of news. Then, because we've been uncomfortable for a long period of time, once again, getting enlightened. And then we end with off-world generosity. It's a big fat yes. Oh, let me do my
Do
clarifiers.
you clarify?
So, in a time of inner conflict and wondering, it's inner warring, war of information with the Five of Swords. At the heartbeat, there's a new offering with an emotional Page of Cups. Because right now I'm not feeling. It's not a question about little ones. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Woo. All right. So it has created so much havoc. Okay, war of information, war of mind. There is a youthful offering, but then people were depressed. And what happens with this card? You can see someone aging and wildering, and but it's about information and emotion. So the information touched the emotion and withered. Is that a word?
To wither. To wither.
Wither. Thank you.
Yes.
There's a lot here. I feel I need more cards
That's the
on this.
spell, isn't it? That's the spell I was talking
It feels
about.
like a spell. It feels like
Yeah.
a big fat spell.
In fact, I'm getting flesh
Um,
of the goose with the
oh,
spell.
I know it's all over. It's on my kneecaps with the
No.
flesh of the goose. I know. It's weird. That's apparently a new gift I have, having flesh of the goose on kneecaps. All right, so again, so that's twice we get here. A messenger coming in, something new, youthful, bringing information. All right, I want more. While we're reevaluating, okay, so everything under our belt, every experience we've done, you planted your seeds and now you're watching them spurt, grow. What are they going to deliver? And then surrendering to, oh my gosh, there's so much here. Because we're exhausted, we are tired, we're holding by the last wand, the Nine of Wands. Then the sun. Here we are riding the dragon again. One more, and then we're doing new handshakes, collaborations for whatever the outcome is. And I do feel Lyrian energy there around the health system.
Yeah.
Our DNA,
Our
like
health.
our
Our
aging,
life.
our
Our
aging.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. Under deck of this one, new day, new dawn. The Fool.
Well, I've got my pendulum because I've asked this question before, and I wanna
Rockstar,
know.
rockstar.
So I've already sort of primed it, and I've already done my protection because I always protect myself whenever I go. And you can see the pendulum's very excited to get going.
Hi, baby.
So the backwards and forwards just means that the pendulum really wants to engage with me.
It means your pendulum's got a crush on
I
me.
mean, look, it's going so high that it's gone everywhere.
It
It's so
almost punched
excited.
you.
So for me, a yes is a clockwise movement,
Mm,
and a no is an anti-clockwise movement.
mhm.
So I've asked you this before, that we are going to get an extended life. Is this true? Come on, baby, swing it. There we go. So we are going to get an extended life.
Mm,
Okay. Now, previously, I have asked an age for myself. So, as a general rule, and this is not for everybody, I'm not saying this is going to happen for everybody, because we all have our own karmic
yes.
agreements and what we wanted to do and how we came here. You know, we came here to do something, and part of the agreement would have been that when we go somewhere else, like the fifth density, we want an extended part of this. Okay.
Mhm.
But for me personally, and for the majority of the Femi who signed the agreement, he already knows where I'm going. Are we going to live 100 years more in the new
Yeah.
realm? And I get
Rock
this
it
all
like
the
you
time.
mean it. If you got a crush on me, baby. Come
Oh,
on,
there
swing
we go.
it,
Look at
swirl,
that. Look at
swirl,
that. Look
swirl.
at
Get me in the mood. Get me in the mood.
that. Now, is there any way that we are wrong in this 100 years, and it's recalibrating thinking,
Because you go clockwork. Uh-huh.
and it's going to go anti-clockwise
Yeah.
now, which is a no. So
Oh my
we're
God.
not wrong. We
You
can't.
two are such a rock star together. Look at
Oh,
that.
amazing, isn't it? And I have to have
You know
my arm
what? When
up
you're
because
finished with it, you should kiss give it affection. Why don't you want to kiss it?
do you want me to kiss you afterwards?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
Well, I've got a different relationship with mine to yours. I
Yeah,
mean,
they always want a big fat kiss. Mm, mm, mm.
yeah, you see, no, mine is more of a see,
But
but
that's
yours are
me.
crystals.
Yeah, it's alien technology. I recognize that the way it's cut. This is
Yeah,
alien
yeah.
technology.
As yours
Okay,
are
so they're not
crystals.
emotionally attached.
Yeah, yours are crystals,
Mine
and
is
they're a more of an emotional and more of a vibrational frequency. So you have a different relationship. As is with metal, um, it's more of a utilitarian,
right. I
um,
get it.
an
I get
English. I'm English, you know, and we don't do that in England, you know.
We drink tea and drive on the wrong side of the street. Coming full circle to the beginning. Yeah,
Oh God, I love
yeah.
it. So funny.
But you know what? That's interesting too, because yeah, I think maybe my crystals do enjoy it because that's the way I am by nature. That's like like I'm a kisser. Like, trust me, Femi, like I'm not afraid of wild animals. Like, if I get a squirrel in my hands, I'm kissing it on the nose. Like, I'm not afraid. I'll go dive in the ocean. I see a shark. I'll probably try to kiss it. That's me. I'm a kisser. Oh, look, it's so cute. Like Pepe Le Pew in the
It's
Looney
the skunk.
Tunes.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
the
yeah,
skunk.
yeah. So
Oh,
funny.
I love you.
Mwah,
That's
mwah,
me.
mwah, mwah. Well, you've probably just created yourself a new nickname there.
Pepe Le Pew? I don't want to
Yes,
be called that because that means stinky. I don't want to
I
stink.
know.
Yeah. But he was romantic. Oh, he was so in love with that poor black cat who had like
Hopeless
the white
romantic.
paint.
A
Oh,
hopeless
he was such
romantic.
a romantic. And I am a romantic, so I resonate. Like, I love opening doors or, oh, if
So do
like,
I, though. Yeah, it's important. It's not being chauvinistic or
it's
anything like that.
great to be gallant and a
Yeah,
gentleman.
I
And I
agree.
also love, like, if there's water on the floor, especially a woman in high heels, I will always carry her over it. Like, I like the elegance. I'll save you and carry over you the puddle and then deposit you. I like romance. It's pretty. Yeah. I want to return to that, and I think it's coming back.
So do I. I
You
think
know,
we're gonna return to many of the really nice things that we used to do.
I
But
know it. I like right now. It's here, the flesh of the goose on
yeah,
my shoulders.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But so getting back to the old pendulum and the answer, I do
Yeah.
believe that some of us are here to not go into the 5D because you
No.
didn't want to, but that was your choice when you came here and you chose that. And some of us want to
Yes,
go into the 5D in these avatars, in
that's
these
right.
crystalline changing bodies to experience something else again. And we're going to get another lifetime, another human lifetimes worth of experience out of that as well. So the toil that Richard gets with his cards
Uh-huh.
will then change to something else up here where we go to the sun, the golden period, the what we're talking about. And that encapsulates it lovely, I think.
Yes, I love it.
Superb.
Beautifully said, my brother.
So have you got any more questions about the golden era? I mean,
Okay, well, what I can ask is perhaps let's ask this way because, again, this is a form of a free writing concept today, like we had a base in, but let's just ask higher self, oversoul, and universe, like what else could be added in regards to the golden era, the golden age, a restored republic? Because I really
superb.
don't know what to ask, like
No,
as a
no, because
question, right?
we're trying to ask questions about something that we can't even conceive what
Yeah.
we're actually going to get or
Well, we
see
did
or
do good at the
experience.
beginning, though. At
Yeah.
the beginning, we did see like the transition. Did I? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, carry on. Carry on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a carry on. That's a British thing, isn't it?
Oh, I'm very, very funny. Absolutely the
See what
best.
as you were, is what I'd say.
No, carry on regardless. Carry on. See, now I could actually say carry on at your convenience. And that was a film about toilets.
Again, going full circle to breatharian. All right, so highest self over soul in the universe. Tell us anything I need to see, anything I need to share, like in regards to what truly is a golden era. Like what does it really look for, like, or taste, or smell? All right. Oh, we're ready. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's see, Femi. All right, over the rainbow. So this is very good. This is beautiful. That's the first card, the Ten of Cups. And the death of something for the rebirth of something else. With this major arcana, the death card, the Green Reaper comes in. And then, okay, so people have to keep to themselves in this change, okay? Don't go wacky, don't go wild. Keep everyone or everything you have and just calm down, bunkered style. Future judgment is coming. So that is a great actually card. It is like awakening the dead. The trumpet is being trumpeteered. Information. The dead is rising. The sleepers are awakening, coming back online. At the heartbeat, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Finance. Everything is really good. We're talking about a golden era. That's the heartbeat. And then that one flipped out. Don't worry. You remember this card that keeps poking out today. It's exaggerated stress. Future, everything's going to flip flop in our fortune with the Wheel of Fortune. Creepazoids at the bottom, angelics at the top. This is going to Vegas. This is winning the jackpot. We are victorious. Following this, yeah, we're moving out of troubled waters, baby, is okay with this golden era. And then we end with, again, high ho silver, the military, the cavalry is coming in, fast moving with information of what said change. Because the last row is everything flip flops. We're moving out of troubled waters. And then we do have the cavalry coming in with the information. So there is major changes. We're going to be self-made, sovereign, independent within this golden era with the Nine of Pineapples in the first of the three of the clarifiers. Heartbeat, healing, ongoing healing. And then we end in a time where people are stuck, jaded, blinded, the fear of the unknown. So these three, I know I ended with this card, but look what's going on here in the clarifiers. Self-made sovereign healing in a time where people are blocked, blinded. And what did I have earlier? Oh, shoot, because I lost the drive. But okay, so I wanted to talk about this guy. Okay, so oh yeah, so in a time where people are like exaggerated stress, right? Like it's blowing out of proportion. It is like this fear of the unknown is not a very serious card. It's just being blocked, babies. Healing, independence. So Gary, I don't know like what else I can bring
No,
to
no.
what does it look like, but I do get that it is definitely happening. It is for humanity, the best interest. And it's not only, it's like divine, like it was always going to happen. In
I,
the
I
past, we had to go through all that darkness in order to wake up. The judgment card.
I just had a download. I just had a, and I think this with what you're saying will really help people, right? With the exaggerated stress and the not seeing, the blindfoldedness.
Yes.
When we take the butterfly and the pupa, the butterfly is a caterpillar that eats until it's ready to pupate, and then it turns into the butterfly.
Yeah.
It's a natural process. The butterfly isn't upset about it. The pupa isn't upset about it. And the caterpillar is not upset about it. These are just three different stages of a life cycle as it develops and grows and ascends to becoming the real thing it should have always been. And that's what I just got. So the worry in the cards is thinking and overthinking the process that's going to be coming, and it's going to be as natural as breathing. There you go.
I
I'm,
love it.
I'm sorry,
Woo!
I had to interrupt you, Richard. I do apologize, but that came in,
Don't
and
apologize. I
when we
was
get
done
these
talking. I
down,
babble all the time. Interrupt, interrupt.
but when we get these downloads come in, or these thoughts that not, oh, I got itchy head now as well from it.
And heal.
And he'll um when you get these things come into you sometimes that aren't necessarily your thoughts but are there to try and put an analogy across to the
Yes.
explanation of it's a natural process that we're going through. There's no fear of what we're doing. Have no fear.
No fear at all. Because fear is not a thing. It does not exist. If, like, show me a picture of what fear is as an object. It's a figment of a lack of experience. That's all it is. And that's why the creepy crawlies use that, by like promoting like and kind of scenarios to install that. But fear is, it's not the boogeyman. What
No.
is fear? It's lack of the unknown. I used to be afraid of sharks, and then I decided I was going to control it. So I went to the ocean and I swam with them. I got over it. Now I want to go like ride Jaws. But that's what it is. Fear is not a thing you can hold. Show me a picture of what fear is in the dictionary. It
Yeah.
doesn't have a face,
Well,
you know?
fear is designed to lower our vibrational frequency,
Yeah.
to reduce our toroidal field of energy that we put out, and also the dumb elites feed on the loosh of that. And it
Yes.
always reminds me of Monsters Inc. When they used to go for the door, make
Yes.
the children scream, and they used to
Yes.
fill up their energy and feed off it. But actually, the real power, and they showed you this in Monsters Inc., was laughter. And when you laugh at the fear, you create more energy and more power, and the fear dissipates straight
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Arrgh!
Yeah.
And heal.
But laughter will disseminate. It's like the opera singer who, like, I love this analogy, like she sings and shatters crystal. Laughter is that for these creepazoids, you
Yeah,
know?
It's
They
a
like sorrow. They don't like laughter. And belly laughter is a
yeah,
good one.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I really hope the Femi watching this get that. This is why we try and laugh. This is why we try and keep this very light, because
Mhm.
it should be light. It shouldn't be heavy. It
No.
should it should be, it should be enlightening, because we are light warriors, we're light beings, we're frequency of love and light, and we need to show this and shine this because light always beats the dark.
It will always be the light. It will always show its underbelly of its swampiness, like that octopus, full circle to the beginning of AI, the old version.
Yeah.
It's like I lost myself. What? Yeah, there's so many thoughts. What was I saying?
Clearly you're getting far too old.
Well, or I'm getting too many messages. But yeah, see,
Yeah, but
it's a great time. It's a great time. And look, I'm trying to skate right now because I lost. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
was the
yeah.
subject?
I don't know. I can't remember now.
I know.
No.
Did you see me skating? Trying to.
Well, before we came on air, we had a quick chat about the upside down of Stranger Things and this
Yes.
creature. And Isabella talked about it, and I have an experience with this thing as well. And it wasn't bad because it was scared of me. And again, this is a real big thing. The creepazoids that stand behind the veil, it's a
Mhm.
bit like the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Everybody was scared of the man or the controller of the Wizard of Oz. And when they
Fear.
pulled the
Yeah.
curtain back, was a frail old man pulling levers. And that's all they are, and that's all they have. And it's our own perception, our own we give them by externalizing our own power, the
Mhm.
power. And when you take your power back and you realize that you are a sovereign being of love and light and purity, and there's not a damn thing they can do to you, they can't, because you
They
then
can't.
turn the spell. You reverse the spell back onto them because it's all spells and it's all deception and it's inversion. And when you can see through the veil and you can see the man behind the curtain, you laugh at them and you give them the belly laugh that Richard was talking about.
Stupid demons. As if.
As if. So, and I don't know how far we can go with this because we can't perceive really what the golden age is, but I think we've nailed a few things that are very, very likely. Money is not going to be a driving factor. We could have technologies like machines that give us from our off-world friends um, replicators so we can eat and we can produce everything we need, which gives us the time then to be our true selves. We have a visitor.
Well, we got a visitor and all. I got pop-ups showing up all over my PC. So, yes, not your bum. Hi, world. It's me, Dr. Boo. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh,
She's
look at her.
lovely.
Show everyone your beautiful teeth. Show your teeth. Show, oh, look, these are my teeth. I love you. That was Dr. Boo.
Ah,
It's funny, I got all these pop-ups on the screen. Like that's the fourth one. I don't even know what's jumping at me.
well, we
Your
can't see them on the
overscore
screen
rich.
here, so
Okay. You didn't see it?
no, no,
Okay.
no, I didn't see them. So
I'm returning this and I'm going to Apple Pro. Like, I'm done with it. And this is not the one that you suggested because the one you suggested they did not have.
no, but it's the
So I
same
think
principle, isn't it? You know,
yeah. Yeah.
But I've never used Apple personally, and so I couldn't recommend any Apple product because I've never used it, and with the Android type based Microsoft system, it's like the old joke, isn't it? Why do they call it Microsoft? Because it's based on Bill Gates, isn't it? It's micro and soft.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, this was good. I'm gonna have to go like take care of my mom because I have to color her hair.
Very
Because I have
nice.
no time off right now. So it's like of yesterday, my momsy comes like, okay, I want an appointment for my hair because I'm tired of waiting. Because poor her, can you do my hair today? Sorry, I got zooms. So I gotta
Superb.
go blondify her and make her like into a beautiful blonde bombshell.
Superb. Superb. And
This was
remember it.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. And remember, everybody, to do something you like. Go out into nature, have your hair done, ladies. You
Yeah.
know, do the things. Go to a nail bar if that's your thing and have your nails done, manicures, whatever you love having done to you. Make sure you're looking after yourselves.
Yes, I agree with that. The looking after yourself. I'm just not a big fan, although I do love big nails on a woman. Of course, big nails, high heels. Well, of course, right?
Yeah.
But like every finger is an extremity that gives a lot of energy, and the nails, with all that stuff that you put on it, it kind of caps almost like calcifies the pineal gland. So just maybe look into it because we give out a lot, huh? So when we have all that gel there, it is sexy. I love it in the appearance, but I know it's a cap, for
Yeah, I know.
so it's just something interesting to look into.
But while
Uh,
we're in the 3D, we may as well make use of the 3D toys before they go.
yeah, but I don't believe we're in 3D anymore. I think
No,
we're in
I know.
5.
No.
Yeah, I feel we've landed. We're just yo-yoing like that frequency.
Yeah.
3, 5, 4 is a non-thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Four is most likely the place where we go when we go to sleep.
Well, that's what I mean, the spirit world, right? It's not something to ground or live. It's like an in-between. But once we're in the fifth, the fourth, there where there's good and not so good, like we're past it. Golden era, golden
Golden era.
age, Third Republic, the rise of the Phoenix.
Yay. So hopefully that's answered a couple of questions or put the Femi's mind at rest. At least they can maybe visualize some kind of something when we talk about the golden era currently and where we're
Yeah,
going. You know,
yes, yes. And this was fun.
it was. It was.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot like a discussion, and we answered and went, yes, a little all over, but I love this video.
Well, we
Yeah.
can't always be doing the datey things
About
and
pyramids and yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah,
deep
yeah.
dive.
However much that's great, sometimes we need to delve into the woo and just see where we're guided and where we go.
Yes. And with that, yum yum bubble gum.
Goodbye, everybody.
Be
Blessings.
good, be kind to yourselves, and we'll catch you all on the next episode of Rocking
Pandora's.
Box. We
Yeah.
love you
Bye,
back.
everyone. Love them.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Bye.